Good morning, it's Bruce Coastal. Surfside Beach. Oh yeah, well we kind of missed the sunrise, but that's alright. Forgiveness. Big word. Forgiveness. Who in your path in the last 48 hours is seeking your forgiveness, and you're seeking and are you seeking their forgiveness? All right, think about somebody will come up, I hope. Somebody come to mind. Forgiveness is like these waves. Regardless of what happens between two people, these waves are coming. They're relentless. People are always going to disappoint you, but do you forgive them? People are always going to blow up your expectations, but will you forgive them? Or will you write them off? It's easy to write people off. Listen, I've been guilty of that myself. Just write them off, keep moving. However, that's not the right way. No, that's not the right way. The right way is to forgive. It's like a muscle. Because at our core, blessed are those who are the peacemakers. Let's be peaceful. Love thy neighbor. That's our core. That's what it's written. It doesn't mean it's easy to actually practice, but that's what's written. Whoa. Had a little earthquake there. No, just me. How the sun lights up the buildings like that. Let's see what it does to people's faces. Hey, whoa, too much, Bruce Coastal. Too much, buddy. You didn't come to see me. Hold on. So forgiveness. So if you're really, truly a peaceful person at your core, then you're never looking for strife. S-T-R-I-F, like Frank E. You're never looking for strife. You're looking for peace. Peace in the valley. In order to achieve that, forgiveness is a must. It's a muscle. You know, this is my experience on the earth. Those people who, when conflict happens, I'm not talking about somebody that's like your brother or your sister, or you're stuck with them for life, or your spouse or your children. No, really, I'm talking about love thy neighbor. I'm talking about just people in your life, in your path, who cross your path. If you live in a big town, I guess you could write them off. You'll never see them again. If you live in a small town, well, you'll see them again. Then you got to walk down the other side of the street because you wrote them off. Everybody's uncomfortable because somebody doesn't know how to use that forgiveness muscle. Anyway, what I was saying is, in my humble experience, those people who were either raised by alcoholic parents or a single parent, or they themselves have substance abuse or some kind of, coping mechanism, artificial, to dull, D-U-L-L, the pain of just daily living. Those are the ones that are kind of all or nothing, black or white, writing you off, see you later, goodbye. Don't come back here again. Don't ever call me again. Don't email me again. I don't want to ever see you again. Whatever now I'm not talking about brothers, sister, parents, children. aunts, uncles, people you're stuck with, you're attached at the hip with, throughout this life together. No, I'm just talking about the people, love thy neighbor in your community. Now listen, I really believe in this firmly. Those who don't know how to use conflict to work on their forgiveness muscle will never grow up. They'll always be stuck. I'm not criticizing. I'm commenting. I'm making a comment. There's no judgment. I just think we need to all learn to forgive. When we don't meet the expectation, let's talk about perception. You don't want to see me. Hold on. Let's do perception. Here we go. Here we go. Perception. You've heard that expression, perception is reality. Perception is reality. What does it really mean? It means your perception of a perceived conflict, a conflict that actually occurred between two people, is based on your perception, which may or may not be filtered through previous traumatized sunglasses. Some people see rose-colored through their sunglasses. They're the lucky ones. Other people who have been victimized by trauma in their past life, their past childhood, their past 2 weeks, then perceive events between two people now, today, as just another form of previous trauma. You know what I'm trying to say. Our reality is what we think it is. And the reality of it may not be as deep or as scarring or as harsh as what really occurred between two people, because of our previous trauma. See, we're all victims of other victims, sleepwalking through life. Think about that. Let that one hit. Victims of other victims, sleepwalking through life, unless we're self-aware. I've got BruceCoastal.com as a place, a repository for me to share my whatever God's given me with these great experiences, and whoever puts God on my path. And likewise for me in there, putting me in their path to learn from and then to preach and teach, because that's what I've been doing for 45 years, preaching and teaching. That's adult years now. That doesn't count telling kids what to do in the playground when I was 6. Oh yeah, I was that kid. I was that kid. No judgment. Just a little bossy. That's right. Lordy. So here we are, BruceCoastal.com/forgive. You want more of this topic? Come on. I even wrote up a nice little brief little something, like a stanza about forgiveness. It's pretty deep. Where do you read it? Good question. BruceCoastal.com/forgive. Well, we're getting kind of long in the tooth here. Forgive me for blabbing on and on about what? Forgiveness. But that's how we learn to love our neighbors. We have to exercise our forgiveness muscle. Let's go. Thanks for listening. BruceCoastal.com/pickleball. You thought I was going to say forgiveness. Pickleball is my jam.